Hey, in this lesson, we're gonna learn high block. So our high block is gonna start off like this. So what I'm doing is I'm raising one arm up. It can be slightly at an angle, that's fine. Other hand, the blocking hand is gonna go across the belly with our palm pointing up towards the sky. All right, we're gonna isolate just the upper body and then I'll get to the lower body in a second. So we're here. Next, we're going to bring the non-blocking hand down towards the belt as the blocking hand goes up. Now notice the blocking hand is on the outside the whole time. My palm is towards me, it's facing towards me, it's facing towards me, and then at the last second, that's when I'm going to have that rotation. I want to be blocking with my ulna bone. Right? Now, I don't like this version of the high block where it's completely horizontal. I like to have some sort of an angle. One, it gets it a little bit further away from my face. Two, it's more realistic. If something's coming down, it'll slide off, right? So we're here. Now, as far as how far over it should be, what I like to do is I like to have my wrist in line with, say, my ear, the side of my face, maybe my opposite eye. I don't want it where my hand is centered with my nose, right? Definitely don't want this, especially if something's coming straight down at me. I want it over more whenever I'm doing this block. Then to set up for the next one, I'm gonna drop the block down as the non-blocking hand comes across and sets up to become the blocking hand. And then I raise that up, and at the last second, rotation. Now, there's a easier way and a more advanced way to do this, and I'm gonna just kind of show you both of them. If you're first learning this, you can do your high block just by raising it up, right? The way that I prefer to do it, and I feel like this is a little bit more advanced, it's not much more advanced though, is I raise the block up. It stays in relatively close to me. As soon as it gets around my chest level, then I actually go out at a 45-degree angle, as opposed to just raising it upwards here, right? That's how I prefer to block. It gets it so it's a little bit more force moving forward instead of just raising up, and you'll probably be able to use it a little bit more in actual fighting if you do it that way, as opposed to just raising up, right? Now we're gonna add the lower body into this. As I'm setting up, the hand that's going to do the block, think of that as pointing, right? We're going to turn our body that way. Turn our body that way. Notice the knot in my belt faces that direction. It was towards the front as I brought the hand across. Turn. Now, I'm bending here. I raised my heel of the same side that's going to do the block. As I'm coming back, I'm going to drop that heel down and I'm gonna press off using my hip joint and my knee joint, so my quads and my glutes, in order to add power into this. If you notice, my belt flopped to the side. That's what I want. I want my belt being thrown as I'm setting up. So I set up, turn my chest, my hips off to the side, and then I come back, relax, 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 and press out. And a little bit faster, here. You should stay relaxed through most of this. When it gets around your chest level, that's when the power gets applied. That's when the power gets applied. We also want to make sure that our other hand is on our hip bone at the side, right? If I bring my hand across like this, I don't want my hand in front of that line. I want it back, right? So right on the side of my body, and you should feel your belt. If you're not wearing a belt, you should feel your hip bone. Block, here, set up, and block. And that is our high block.